Hey everyone, welcome back to another video of the LeetCode Completionist series. Today, this is episode 3. We're going to be doing another problem, but first, I want to go back and look at that palindrome linked list and show you one of the features, one of the methods in Kotlin that make this a very easy problem. We didn't do this in the last video. We worked through it just without using this method, just working through how we would normally do it. But Kotlin has a method called dot reversed, which you can apply to a list, and it just reverses it. So what you can do here instead is start at the head node with this while loop. As long as current's not equal to null and the value is not equal to null, we add it to the array. So that adds all the nodes into an array in order. And then we reverse that array and check if return if they're equal or not. And if we look into submissions, you can see after I recorded that video, I submitted this next one. Um, the It doesn't say the percentage, but the runtime was in like the 70th percentile. Over this one was like 20 something. So this is definitely a way faster way of doing it. You only go through the linked list one time. So that would be O of n. So just wanted to show you all that other way of doing this problem in Kotlin that was much faster. But let's go back now. And we're going to pick the next one in this new users challenges. So the next one is RansomNote. All right. So given two strings, RansomNote and magazine, return true if RansomNote can be constructed by using the letters from magazine and false otherwise. Each letter in magazine can only be used once in RansomNote. So here's some examples. If you have letter A and letter B, false. A, B, false because you can only use this A once. A, B, yes. Okay, so these links are always greater than 1, and they're only lowercase letters. So move this over, zoom in a little bit. Hopefully that's more readable. Or actually we can just close, nope. Well, I thought we could close the sidebar over here, but we can't. Okay, so we have two strings, and we have to see if magazine has every character needed to make RansomNote, and it can only be used once. So what we're going to do is we're going to, I believe Kotlin has a function called get index at, and then you can, or index of, and you can pass in a character. So we'll test this out. What we want to do, I'm thinking, is pull a character from magazine, find it in RansomNote. If it's in RansomNote, then remove it from both magazine and RansomNote. If it's not in RansomNote, just remove it from the magazine string. And then if we get to RansomNote of size becomes size 0, then we are done and we return true. If we get to magazine size 0 and RansomNote is still has more than one character or one or more characters, then we return false. So let's test out this method. And RansomNote dot get index of and magazine. Let's just do magazine index 1. And then we can assign this to a val index just to test, and then we'll print that in the console. And it's probably going to give us an error because we're not returning, but get index of, okay. Okay, so it's index of, and it's the first occurrence, so that's what we wanted. I should have put a return statement. It's probably going to yell at us for not having a return statement. Yeah, and just return false. Because we just want to see this index printout. Okay, we'll just do 0. Because there's always one character, there's never going to be an empty string. -1 because it doesn't exist. Okay. Alright, so that works. So what we're going to do is while magazine dot size is greater than, actually, while magazine dot is not empty. This should be a Kotlin check to see if a string is empty. We might need to use is empty and then do the opposite with the exclamation mark at the beginning, but we'll see. While magazine is not empty, then we want, and actually, and RansomNote dot is not empty. Because if either of these become empty, we want to return out. Or we want to stop checking. We want to get index of char equal to RansomNote dot get, no, index of magazine, just the first value. If index of char is not equal, actually we can just do greater than or equal to 0. Then we want to remove that ransom note we should just be able to do like a dot remove Kotlin remove character from string. I didn't really want Stack Overflow, but okay, so we can do a replace. Actually, we could do that if you pass in a character here then it returns a new string if it replaces first. So let's try that. I like that method instead. Replace first with magazine 0 and empty string. So if this character is in RansomNote, it finds the first occurrence and we want to replace it with nothing. And then we want to magazine dot replace first of magazine 0 with empty because we've used that character. And we need to reset these strings to this. And then when we pop out, if RansomNote dot is empty, return true, else return false. Let's run this and see. Hopefully these methods. Okay, unresolved reference is not empty, so we'll do is empty and just get the opposite of that. Is empty, really? Okay, so we have to use the is null empty here. Is null or empty is not a reference, but it is. Is null or empty? Yeah, is not empty, is empty for strings. Okay, so we'll do this. We'll do dot length greater than 0 dot length greater than 0. And then dot length greater than 0. No, we want it to be equal to 0 here. Okay, maybe it's dot size. Okay, these are vals, so let's get new vars for ransom equal to ransom note and var mag equal to magazine. Try that again. Okay, so char sequence dot replace first doesn't Kotlin replace first. Yeah, you could just give it a character and a new character, or a string, or a regex. It doesn't matter. I don't know why it's having an issue, because that's a string. This calls. Maybe we need single quotes, since we're replacing it with character. Nope. Okay, we'll go back to how we were doing it before at first. We'll do dot index of, and this will be thou index of, and what we'll do here is we'll actually keep mag.length less than magazine.length, and ransomN.length less than RansomNote.length. And then if index of greater than or equal to 0, we will instantiate these to empty strings. Ransom n, and we'll see add character to string. Use the dot plus, but I don't know. We'll try it. I've never had good luck with the dot plus. Ransom note at index of. I want to remove it from the string though, because then we're always, if we find the next one, it's just going to return the first occurrence. We could do substring, but could do, okay, we can just do, that uses string builder. Oh, why there's not just a remove a singular character. You can try the filter not, and then I'm not going to want, let's see, we want this back to RansomNote magazine. Magazine.length is, what did I have, greater than 0? I don't even remember what I had now. Um, yeah, greater than 0. Greater than 0. Then we want to get the index of mag ransom n. Let's just get rid of this for now. So we get the index. Then we want, yeah, we still want if index of not equal to -1. Then we want ransom n equals ransom n dot filter not it equal to ransom n at index of. Now, this isn't going to work if there's multiple of the same characters, however. Let's try this. We may have to try to use the string builder. Ransom. Right, this needs to be curly brackets. Oh, that needs to be a comparison, not an assignment. Oh, this needs to be or, not and, because that's never gonna, if they're not the same length, that's never gonna happen. Right now it is, I'm not removing from mag dot length. Yeah, so I mag equals mag dot filter not. It's equal to mag 0. Index out of range. Well, if the length is greater than 0, then we're always gonna have that should never be the case. Change that to not equal. That shouldn't be, because mag.length will be always greater than 0 if we're here, meaning there's a first index, which is mag of 0. Out of range 0. I wish these gave better error messages. I want, this needs to be greater than. We do I know we already tried it, but it would be much easier if it just let me use this method that okay, so wait, that worked. In that case, we should be able to do is not empty is not empty. Oh, right. We're gonna finish if the lists are not the same size. So think if we just do this here, yeah, because we were emptying probably mag, but then RansomNote would still have some characters. I don't think this is gonna work. We'll try in submission. But in the cases where there's multiple occurrences, yeah, we output true. Alright, so that solution did not work. I think because this is going to remove all instances of a letter and we only need a one-to-one relationship. So let's try that should work. Replace first. I'm not sure why it wasn't. But let's try it again. We want to replace mag 0 there and replace first mag. Oops. Mag 0 with nothing. If the link is equal to 0, return true, else return false. And this is how we had it before. So we got an error again, saying char replace first with regex and string. Okay. I think when we looked at the syntax for this, it was char char or string string. So maybe this isn't a dot to string here, because these are string brackets. Sorry, string quotes instead of character quotes. So both these objects need to be the same. So let's try this. Okay, that worked. We got false for this. See, we have test case AA, AB, that should also be false. Then we have do hello and all the letters of hello plus some. That should still be, last one should be true. False, false, true. Is not a valid value of type string. Okay, I entered something wrong in here. Oh, we can use example test cases though. Okay, that seemed to work. False, false, true. Expected false, false, true. Okay, so this replace first is what we needed to begin with. We just had the wrong format in here. This was being registered as a regex instead of a string. So those test cases work. We should be able to submit this and get an accepted submission now. It's definitely probably not going to be the fastest. Oh, time limit exceeded. Okay, so what we'll do here is also add this. We'll move this inside. So we want to return true if we ever get to 0 on here. Because if magazine length is extremely long, then we're just going to unnecessarily process that. Okay, maybe this needs to go at the bottom after we process. Time limit exceeded again. So we're going too far through this. Let's do while ransom in is not empty, and then return true. Let's do a check here if mag dot length equal to 0, return false. Maybe swapping that around will fix that. No, that's going to do the same thing. So I think what's happening is this should be false here. And either way, we're not going to get rid of all of the letters in each string. So let's move this. I want to move this down. I want to close the console. Okay, let's do it this way then. Let's do a for each on ransom in. So we'll get a val for size, and this equals ransom in dot length minus 1. And we will do for and we'll do val var found letters equals 0. And then for I in 0 to size, so for each index in RansomNote, we're going to, don't need that, and this is going to be mag dot index of ransom at the index. If it's found, mag equals mag replace ransom in at that index. And then once that's done, if size plus 1 is equal to found letters, return true, else return false. Let's run example test cases. We may have done that too fast and missed something. So we did false, false. And that should be true. Okay, so let's see what's going on. So we probably found, we want to get the index of the current letter we're at in ransom. Let's just let's print size plus 1 plus found letters and just see what's getting input. We'll add some 2 strings here, see if maybe that fixes it. Oh no, it's a val we can't add. Right. Okay, so we forgot to increase found letters. Now we should have, these should be the same. Letters, okay. These example test cases. There we go. Well, is that right? Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, now let's try. There we go. All right, so that took a little bit, but we finally figured it out, and it was very slow, only faster than 5%, and used less than 5%. That's less than. I'm not sure if this is, you want this to be lower or higher. Does that mean 94.6% were more or less? I don't know. We got it figured out. So that one was a little rough, didn't go as smooth as the first two, but that's all right. These videos aren't to show you the most optimal solution. This is just me working through the problem for the first time. So thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed, leave a like and comment, and subscribe to see the next one.